Okay, welcome in everybody. We just finished up day 5, moving on now to day 6. Let's see how things are going. If you have been joining so far, you will know that the town of Undermere has been experiencing quite a lot of crows lately, or rather ravens. If this is your first time joining, my name is Nine Noman. Thank you very much for stopping by. This is Strange Antiquities. Excellent little cozy puzzle game, but with a kind of an occult undertone going on. Up the stairs, left, then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. Okay, so this is going to be, I think, the house. No, house. Okay, what is it again? Grand hallway. Up the stairs. Left, then left again. Left. And you have it up the stairs, left, and left again. No. Up the stairs. Bring us to here. Left, then left again. Second on the right. No. Okay. Let's check any of the stairs that would make sense. Okay, so we know we're upstairs, so we can ignore the ground floor. We only have to calculate based on any staircases on the first floor. Up the stairs. Left, then left again. Second on the right. No. Up the stairs. Left, then left again. No. Left, then left. No. Left, left again. Second on the right. That is interesting. Up the stairs. How many places can I go left twice up here? The stairs. Stairs, stairs. Stairs in all of the towers. Brings you up the stairs, left, and left again. And on the right. Ooh, okay. That was a guess. Lucky guess. The bedroom looks like it hasn't been used for some time. Thin layer of dust coats the furnishings and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtains lets some light in. More importantly, they reveal a macabre item that has been hiding on the windowsill all this time. Ooh, okay. Huh. Are they real? Okay. Are they real severed fingers? Surely not. Gold. Hard and worryingly sharp. Hard and somewhat rough. Leathery. It makes me feel uneasy. I don't like it. Huh. You can go with all the other creepy stuff on the creepy shelf. Okay. Helena Appleton. I can never get any peace in my house. When am I to find time to do my writing? I've tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore, and besides I can still hear the shouting and banging at all hours. I heard you might be able to help me. Okay. St. John's Anvil. These items have much in common with the St. John's poppy plant of the same name, the fact that is reflected in their design. They have quite different uses, however. Whereas the plant helps to overcome deafness, an anvil will dampen sound. They can even be tuned to filter out certain noises, but allow others to still be heard. Much in common with the St. John's poppy plant. Okay, anything more? Okay, nothing. No, nothing there. Okay. St. John's anvil. I'm assuming. That's more information. The priest Audrey Bell. Followers of the warrior god Bulgar are not easy to come by, but they make up for their low numbers with zeal and grandiosity. Their priests have the self-appointed authority of a village fete organizer, and the power struggles between clergy and acolyte are as bitter and hard-fought as many a debate about bunting or cake stands. Audrey has strong opinions about death and the afterlife, perhaps forgetting that the god she follows is best known for sending thousands of people reluctantly to it, but had very little to say about its substance. Okay. St. John's Anvil. Anything about hearing or sound, hypnosphere, foresight, calm, death, life, paralysis, truth, dream, blah, blah, blah. Well, the soap wax. Antimony, arsenic, bismuth, platinum. Oh. Tin and Jupiter. Okay, good to keep in mind. Fog, hail, snow, summer, spring, autumn. Horned god, blessing, triple goddess, which is sign. Okay, nothing of use there. St. John's and I'm assuming I've just assumed the plants have been here the whole time as just decoration. Protection, poison, selenic, no sleep, stone, sun, truth, moon, mind, nether, mentic, moon, nameless gods, nightmare, noctic, oshadic, Bulgar, earring, charm. Let's have a look. Simple trinket that amplifies sounds. While generally used by the hard of hearing, they're a curiosity that can be enjoyed by young and old alike. And of course they have more devious applications too, making it possible to eavesdrop on private conversations. Okay. Fusion, basilisk, purple, encathra, praxis. Nothing there is jumping out to me as being associated with trying not to hear something. St. John's Anvil. These items have much in common with the St. John's poppy plant of the same name. The fact that is reflected in their design. Okay. I'm going to assume it is a pendant of some sort. And it resembles the poppy in a way. 5 petals. Oh, the leaves look a lot like these leaves. Oops. So they look gold, silver. Warm and vibrating with energy. Nothing to remark. Huh. I'm willing to take the shot. Point and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe it's just an artist's interpretation. We'll try. Shit. Okay. St. John's Anvil. Similarities to reflected in their design. Much in common. 5 petals. Yeah, let's go through them. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. That would be a massive stretch to say that that's even remotely similar to a poppy, in my opinion. No, no. Oh, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That. Okay. Okay. The leaves in the design are similar to the leaves in the sketch of the plant. Closer inspection reveals that it does indeed muffle sounds. Okay. Gray's Grace, worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy. They share the design of a shadow catcher. Martin Potter. You must be the thaumaturge's apprentice. I bet he's a hard man to work under. He's helped me out more than once in the past, though. And speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. That can't be a good sign. I'd be willing to make a fair trade for an Elva stone if you have one. Okay, that was a Saint John's Mantle. And you, sir, are looking for an Elva stone. Let's see. Elva stone. Elva stones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments, such as Braxus or burning blood. The planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that is also reflected in their design. Okay. Selenic symbology looks like the very beginning. Selenic of the moon. Okay. Moon related. Okay. And the gems associated with the Selenic. Oops. Stone of Containment. Diurnic, Wixic, Wixic, Dradic, Diurnic, Mentic, Dradic, Selenic. Moonstone. Early, opalescent, usually pink or off-white. Stone of protection and enveloping night. Any other Selenics? No. Okay. Moonstone. You look like pleasant. Pinkish gemstone. Okay, that makes sense. What else? Let's see. Used to believe planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, connection that is also reflected in their design. So, very moon-shaped design. And it's bronze, which I'd say is planetary. Stone. Okay, I think that is a safe bet. I am wrong. Shocker. Pinkish gemstone is there too. Gold. Cool. Nothing to remark. Selenic. No gemstone in that at all, so I'm gonna... Yeah, just gonna discount that one. Elva stone. Ethereal quality to it. Silver stone. Cool and smooth, rough and pitted. Again, no moonstone. The only other one with a moonstone is this one, but... orange and black. What could they be? Let's have a quick look. Black stone of fire and fury. Optic stone of the night and of darkness. There are some who fear it and some who are seduced by it. The only yellow-orange one seems to be the amber, which does not make sense in my opinion for this. Elvis stone. Let's look at. Praxis. Burning blood. Selenic. Imbued with sentiment of feeling, blah blah blah. Okay. Sleep vessel. Curious. Who are you, by the way? The relic hunter, Barton Potter. Intelligent, affable, heroic. These are the words that Barton Potter would use to describe himself. Irresponsible, impulsive, and foolhardy are some of the more tasteful terms that those who have dealt with him might use. One thing is not in dispute. He knows how to track down objects, and he certainly knows their worth. He's also no coward, and he bears the scars to prove it. He's one of the few who have ventured into the depths of the catacombs and lived to tell the tale. And tell the tale he does, at the slightest provocation. There. Interesting how they all have their own emblem. Jupiter. Alpha stone. Elva stones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments, such as praxis or burning blood. Planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that is also reflected in their design. Okay, so moving away from the moonstone idea. If we're talking about a planetary metal, okay, we're talking metals, we're not talking, well then, it has to be the moon thing, doesn't it? Planetary metal used, okay, planetary metal. Ignoring the moonstone, silver, it's planetary metal, I suppose. It's very Selenic. Okay, give it a go. Okay, fine, works. Elvastone. Clues. The design features crescent moons, a reflection of the Selenic. The metal is silver. Oh, okay, that's fair. Associated with the moon, yeah. Item discovered. What are you? Okay, you can go back over here. You can join them. Verona Green. I've been doing some reading. See what you make of this. Ambra. These items cause mental fog, a withering of intellect and thought. They're slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Through prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black and the subject to become deeply disorientated. They produce a noctic field. Okay. That fisherman they found yesterday had been up at Wyatt Beck, so I'm going to see if I can find anything out there. Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says, go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. It's bloody-minded arrogance to follow that thought up with. But there isn't anyone else. Here we are, and here I am. They do it all wrong anyway. Okay, Morden Solus. Francis Mason. I've been wearing a pendant that I found in the library, and it does something to me. It gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. I was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. It is rather pretty though. Someone told me I need a Cushic purifier and that this is the place to get one. Hey, before I forget. You are an Elvastone. Elvastone. Ugh, labeling simulator. I love it. Cossack Purifier. Cossack Purifier. A small topaz gemstone, known as the Eye, is placed in a strong-smelling liquid, usually some potent barley spirit or vinegar. Small tokens, such as rings or amulets perhaps, submerged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon, are cleansed of simple imbued curses or hexes. Of course, there is a limit to the effectiveness of this process. A small topaz gemstone. I think is topaz a bit of a... What color is topaz? Topaz. Ooh, it's a pale yellow. Okay, a liquid containing a pale yellow gemstone. Do not have many green glass cork. Can I open you? Is there a meaning to that crawl? A simple crawl. Ooh. Why? I've seen this symbol somewhere recently. I can't remember. Okay, anyway. Oil. Vinegar. Okay, good. Can we guess that is in there? I'm going to assume. It rattles, there is something in there. Okay, I'm going to bet it's you. Oops. Okay, Cushic Purifier. Label bears the symbol for vinegar. Closer inspection reveals that there is a small object rattling inside. Valent. The holes in a valent are of roughly equal size and spacing. They are used by the adventurous to help them find their way. A curious pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. Cushic Purifier. Okay. Oh. Simone Green. I've been working on something that you might find interesting. Did you know that nobody knows who built Strange Antiquities? It's very old, perhaps the oldest building in Undermere, according to some accounts. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that he found. It's slow work, but I've made a bit of breakthrough recently. Have you discovered the plinths below the counter? These? I have learned that they can be used to access the shop's hidden depths. Ooh, okay. This journal holds some of the keys. Here's something I discovered late last night. See what you make of it. What do we got? Alcove key. Orange. Oh, if we put the right things in the right places. Alcove key. Orange shackle. A Vulcan. And then a moon something. The writing is dense and spidery, so it's not always easy to decipher. Orange shackle. Where are you? Cossack ring. Aries remnant. Binding seed. The libula. Elvis stone. Orange shackle. Orange shackle. Was it an evocant? Evocant, yes. What did the evocant look like again? Opened. I can't remember that. I must have. Oh yes, I did label it. Oh me. And a moon something. Moonstone Guardian, maybe? For the banishment of Hobsphere and Noctic's sight. These tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. You could be a moon heart. Ooh, okay. Oh shit, okay. Ah, okay, more pieces of ore. This. Is there enough? There are 1, 2, 3 gaps left. Damn it, not enough. I'm assuming they are going in. Okay, so crisscross, circle, crisscross, circle. Bow and arrow, triangle, bow and arrow, triangle, crisscross, circle, circle, crisscross. Missing one more. Okay, I'll keep an eye out. These are just containers. It has a sharp aroma. Hard and somewhat rough. Wood. Nothing to remark. Okay. I'm assuming I'm gonna leave you here. I'm gonna take you. No, I'm gonna take them. And I have shelf space. If I have material that is unnecessary, I will hide it back in here. Just free up space for myself. Librarian, Simone Green. Simone finished reorganizing the Ambleside Library and came to Undermere in search of a new challenge. She took up swimming in the lake after hearing about the health benefits of cold water, but soon found that she preferred the health benefits of a warm blanket, a roaring fire, and a good book. She manages the collections at the Wordsworth Library, following in her mother's footsteps by taking a special interest in occult writings. Okay. Okay, when you leave, it bounces them back. Good to know. Then I will keep the group of you together. Hornshackle, Evocant, and the moon. You are the key to opening that particular piece. Okay, cool. That is marked off as complete. You go into... How do I open the archive again? Oh, okay, here we go. The archive. Be gone. Jim Wolfe. After years of working in a thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. I've tried St. John's Poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. I would love to be able to hear my niece's laughter. Hearing charm. Hearing charm. A simple trinket that amplifies sound. While generally used for the hard of hearing, their curiosity can be enjoyed, blah blah blah. Hearing charms take the form of animals known for their hearing. Known for their hearing. I know we have the owl already. Can something be more than one thing? Do you do anything for hearing? I'm overcome by a warm, loving emotion. No, that wouldn't do. Bats, would you be willing to say bats of... Yeah, I'd be willing to say bats of good hearing. I understand this that they're hearing it at a different frequency than we are, but I'd say it's pretty good. Okay, yeah. Cool. The pendant is in the shape of a bat, an animal known for its hearing. Closer inspection confirms that it enhances hearing ability. Veiled fen. The veiled fen is brightly coloured in the light, but it clouds over after a short period in total darkness. They can be used to command attention from individuals or small groups of people. Public speakers sometimes use them as a substitute for charisma. Closed. Okay. Well, end of day 6. At camp that night, one of the pair had awoken with pain in his left eye. He was alert to the threat at once, recognizing two things at the same time. One, a part of his mind was not his own, and two, the casket wanted to be opened. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me today for the continuation of Strange Antiquities. That is where we're going to end it for today. I am going to take a shot in the dark and say that one of these people involved in this story is our treasure hunter we just met. Yeah, pain in his left eye. Okay, but thank you very much for joining, everybody, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.